Good evening, everybody. Good evening, patrons. How's it going on this Wednesday evening? I'm just double checking everything's working, looking at every screen. My thing's bumping up and down. I've got a green light. I think we're good to go. Bergdish, your home has a cushion too, and an earthquake swarm, but that's another story. We've been having a fun week. Now, obviously, this week, what have I done this week? Have I actually put a video out this week? I think I did. I think I put the Alpine. That's right. I did the Alpine, something like that. I don't know how you pronounce it. I did that on Monday. And then Tuesday, I was 50 years old. So aching a little bit, you know. I've got these, look, I don't know if you've noticed. Look at the grey hairs in my eyebrows here. This is getting ridiculous. I am going to be Santa by Christmas time. And then, look, I can't continue without saying hello, Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
You know what? I actually want to see Oppenheimer, Chris Hurst. It looked good from the trailer I saw. They had a trailer for it on the Indiana Jones film. On Saturday, me and Mrs. Wilder Wayne were off to the Space Centre in Leicester. And then in the evening, we're seeing a mystery movie, our local Savoy. And from the timings of how long this movie lasts for, I think we're watching the next Mission Impossible film, even though it's not out yet. That's why they're not advertising it. It's a mystery movie that's coming out in the future. So it's either that or Barbie. Can you imagine, Mrs. Wilder Wayne? We're going to sit there and watch Barbie. I don't know how that's going. But thank you for all the celebrations and the well wishes and stuff. 50 years old. God, I still can't. I don't feel it. I don't feel like I've woke up any different. But today I did have an over 40s health check at the doctor's, which was quite fun. Even though I told her, you know, I was 50 yesterday. And they asked me all the usual questions like, do I drink? Just occasional crack 'em. Do I smoke? Never smoked. You know, do I... what sort of job do I do? I said, well, I'm on YouTube and I build models. That was amazing. So that started a conversation. And then it got to the, what do you think about your weight? Which was a polite way of saying, you need to lose weight. So I was like, yeah, I know, I need to lose weight and stuff like that. And then I had to have a blood test, a blood draw. So she did a blood draw, and you know, I've had blood draws loads and loads of times, especially when I had this psoas abscess that you heard about on the World of Wayne podcast. And about 2 minutes after that, Chris, you're going to love this. I was like, I don't feel too good. I just passed out there and then. So I came round, grey, ashen face. And I said, don't worry, I'm a professional fainter. I'm going to break out into sweat now. And I did, broke out into sweat. And she says, okay, as long as you're all right. She put the air conditioning on. I had my head between my legs and stuff. And I said, okay, we're going to go now. She goes, do you want to check your blood pressure just before I go? She checked my blood pressure. She's like, you ain't going anywhere. Because it was like 80 over 60 or something. It was really low. So, yeah, I had my little fainting session in the doctor's today, which was really happy. So... You've been shaking all day, but that's because of nature, not my body. It has been chilly today. I want summer to come back again. Bergdis. With the Miura, there was a couple of Type A screws that are needed to attach the boot compartment, and Agora missed that step in the instructions. They have updated the instructions. I actually put them in, Todd, if you saw my video, because they didn't say to put them in, but I thought it's weird that it's going to be fitting in there with loose, so I did actually do that in my video. But in the instructions for the Miura, when they're talking about if your bonnet's not shutting properly, adjust these 3 screws, it really wasn't clear where those 3 screws were. So thankfully, on your my Miura build, I saw which ones it were. So I actually tightened them up, and then that's come down more and closed that gap at the back, which I'm really happy about. I didn't really have any gaps at the top. It was just that it just needed to go down more, if that makes sense. Say hi to the Blue Streak missile. Dad worked on the gyroscopes. I've been reading all about that, Chris. I'm going to be in my element there. I'll tell you, I can't wait. And hello, Paul Reynolds. How's it going down in Crowborough, isn't it? That's where you live. Down in the south coast there. You looked up that vintage toy shop in Leicester. Looks really good. It's about 5 minutes away from where we're going, Paul. So I don't know if it's going to be open on Saturday. You watched Asteroid City. I want to see that as well. John's model making. Weird to say the least. Great cast though. Did they give you the exam where you need a butt cushion today? No, they didn't. They didn't have to do anything. They didn't do any probing apart from, like, you know, having a needle in my arm. See, I got a A little bruise there. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, just that little nick. And I'm just fainting. There's a magma. You got volcanoes again? Magma intrusion in the same year as the last eruption. Oh, that's crazy. And hello, Pete. I thought you were on holiday, Pete. In 2 years, on how I'm 52. We're getting there. Apart from that, John Freeman. I don't think John's a Patreon, but he sent me a gift through the post, which we're going to be doing on the Patreon stream soon. Actually, he sent me 2 gifts, which I'm really happy about. John Hay, if you're watching this, you're going to love this. Look, we have got another Gundam model, a really big one this time, an RX-93 Gundam. So I'm going to be building that on the channel. That looks really good. I've got my other 2 Gundams up there at the moment, and another Gundam model. I really do like these. These are like adult versions of Kinder Eggs. Got the 4-armor Unicorn Gundam. Check that out. So I was so happy. So I have been in touch with John. He lives in Exeter way. So obviously I'm down that way in August. Chris Hurst, just so you know, we've booked up on the I picked my kids up on the Sunday. Our holiday in Cornwall doesn't actually start till the Monday. So on the Sunday, we're going to be staying in Paignton. And we're by the sea in Paignton. We're in walking distance of some water park they've got there. So we're hoping to visit some water park in Paignton. And then if it's raining, we'll go to Paignton Zoo or something. But we worked out the other night that I've never been to Devon either. Minehead's in Somerset, isn't it? So that's the closest I've been to Devon. So Devon and Cornwall, that's going to be lovely. And that's almost just over 4 weeks away, which should be fun. What else has been going on? Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to be doing LaFerrari Pack 2. That's going to be on the channel. And then on Friday, I've already done the video for Friday. I've got a new 3D printer. You can't really see it there. I've got this one here, the Nova 3D, and I've got this one, which is the G-Tech Alcade. Now, the G-Tech Alcade, get this, is a 3D resin printer, which is under £99. If you're in America, it's under $99. I was amazed. The quality of it is crazy. And you'll see the video for that. But let me just go to this camera here. This was what I did on the £400 resin printer of the Groot. Okay, quite a big model, this one. This is what I did on the £100 one. Look at that. Side by side. This one's bigger because I printed it bigger because it's a bigger build plate. This one's slightly smaller. But it did a brilliant job. Absolutely brilliant. I can't believe that they now do 3D resin printers for under £100. Now, G-Tech, if you know them, they're the brand that I used to get my filament from for the filament printer. But they actually gone into the market of making 3D printers now. So you'll see that on the channel on Friday. And I believe you can get it in America, the EU, and in the UK. And the shipping prices are like $7 here. So the actual printer's about £83. The shipping's about £7. The whole thing's under £100. Absolutely crazy. Paignton Zoo is great. Plymouth is a short hop away if you fancy popping into the workshop. Is it? Oh, okay. We're still to plan that. All we've done so far is plan what night we're doing, because we're going to be travelling from Basildon down to Paignton. Because we're trying to split the journey up. So then Paignton to Holywell Bay, where we're staying, is about 2 hours, I believe. But you never know what the traffic's going to be like there. You're on holiday, but can't miss this girlfriend is asleep, so I'm allowed. That's brilliant. Hello, Mr. Fusion Designs. How's it going? Did you get the Eiffel Tower away? Not yet, Robert. I'm going to be getting that when I come back from holiday. It's something that I already planned that I wanted to do at when the nights are drawing in sort of build, especially because, you know, the illuminations of it and all that. Robert got me this brilliant mug, which I'm going to show you tomorrow, which is brilliant. I'll wear the T-shirt I've got as well. I think you'd like that, Robert. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. What size build plate? It's I can't remember offhand. It's slightly smaller. 80 by 130, something like that. 80 by 130 by 190, I think it is. Give you a tenner for crew. I'll be ending up printing loads. But no, it's a good printer. They sent me the printer, but they so I didn't pay for the printer myself, but I did ask, you know, I want to be able to give my true honest opinion. I don't want to be bound by anything. They don't I don't get any financial, I do say this in the video, I don't get any financial compensation or anything like that. They just sent me the printer and told me to do what I like with it. So that's what I'm doing. So it's all cool. You're going to be in Paris tomorrow. You are, Bergdis, aren't you? That's going to be crazy. But I have negotiated. If you saw the YouTube channel, yeah, I will get onto the build, I promise. You know me, I just like these monologues where we ramble on. Yesterday on the YouTube channel, I put a link saying, would you like to see me build the DeLorean or the Enterprise D as nature intended? So no mods, just build it so that people that are building it or they're just starting it anew can follow along with my videos. I do think that having mods on models is absolutely brilliant, and Mike Clay and all that does brilliant. But for people that aren't doing the mods, I think it can get a little bit confusing when I'm building them and they're like, well, why haven't I got the carpet and stuff like that? So I thought, wouldn't it be good to actually update the DeLorean series by doing a because it's DeLorean that got picked. 52% of you, it was so close, 52-48. 52% would like to see the DeLorean as nature intended. So that's what I'm going to be building on the channel. And then the Enterprise, you know my thoughts on the Enterprise, but then I thought, well, I was modding the Enterprise. What happens if I build it as nature intended? I do like that term, as nature intended. So I'm going to do that myself. So I'm going to be building the Enterprise as well, because it was almost 50-50. So the DeLorean's going to be out on the channel very shortly, but we do have to wait for the Enterprise build to come. Now, I do have the Enterprise from what I was working on last time. I'm still going to use that for reference, so you'll be able to see that. But I will be starting from scratch. And what with these new cameras I've got and stuff like that, hopefully it makes it a bit more easier to see where I'm actually putting these LED wires and stuff like that. Because, believe it or not, it's one of the most asked for things about the Enterprise on the channel. No one really worried about me doing the what's it called, the resin, lighting it differently and all of that. I mean, there was a small group that liked it, but most people just wanted to see the thing built, which I honestly I didn't expect. I didn't think that's what people wanted, but it is. And 52-48 said so. So it sounds like a Brexit vote. It does, doesn't it? Another DeLorean. Well, yeah, but when I built that DeLorean, Mark's Mods and Robert, I didn't know, you know, the oil technique. I didn't know about what different screws were. I didn't know metal screws going into metal, plastic screws. I just think it would be an experience. Plus, it's been like over 5 years since I last did it. So, be interesting to see it. Too many windows on the Enterprise. Oh, don't worry, John. I'm going to have those Q flashes. So, I'll start doing them and it'll go... and it'll be finished. So I need to work on my special effects again, because that whole list of assets that I did have for the Enterprise got deleted when I lost all my data on when was that? That was almost a year ago, wasn't it? So I think people who are going to build the D would appreciate all the help they can get. Definitely, Todd. So, well, that's what I'm going to do. I just think it'll be good for the channel, good for the community. I have spoke to our joint friend, Todd, that we were talking about at Wonderfest. Everything's all sorted. I think water under the bridge now. So we're all good. So that's good. That's good. There's no point in having drama in our community. So all cool. Now, as for the Ferrari, if you remember last time we were doing pack 10 and I left it where we were about to put these things on. Now, I'll be honest with you, I looked at the instructions and I thought, what on earth is going on? They don't make any sense at all. So before the stream started, around about 6 o'clock, I thought I'm going to put one side on just so I can see what's happening. That gives me an idea, so I'm not just making a complete pancake of it tonight. But it turns out that it was really hard, just like I thought. Let me just move this over here. It was really hard. So it took me an hour just to put on one side, but I think I understand how things go. So this time it's going to be a lot better. I know it is, Robert. So, well, I'm going to be I'll be building it again, but chances are you're going to be ahead of me now because I'll be starting from issue 1 again. Yeah, no, definitely. I think the routing the wires is the thing that I want to concentrate on more. I think I brissed over it last time. Stock. That's the way to mention it. Stock rather than as nature intended. Okay, let me show you this, okay? Let's get the camera back. So, this is where we're up to. Now, if you remember, when I picked this up before, it had a... when I picked it up, it bowed in the middle, but these metal rods stop that now that we've put in. Now, what we have to do... You can't really see them. Let me turn this car around. There you go. What we have to do is we had to put these metal rods all the way through the body there. Okay? So they're all the way through the body. And then what we have to do is we have to take the top section of this here, which looks like that. And we have to actually put this on. And this, when it goes on, we've got these little tabs here, which are already pre-built onto the radiator. They need to go on top of that. Once we've got that on, we need to grab the bottom and then get the bottom on, while at the same time having these metal rods go all the way through these holes here and then coming out the other side that you might be able to see on one of these cameras here. That was a nightmare because you've got to line up these pins here and then you've got to screw in a J screw somewhere. I can't remember where, to be honest with you. I'm just looking at this now. I think the J screw went into that one. Yep, the J screw went into that one as well. Once that's fitted on, the metal rods that you see here, let me turn it around again. Ugh. The metal rods here have to have a flange screw put into them to stop them falling out. And then that's basically these sections on. This isn't an easy thing to do. And I guarantee tonight, I'm going to be stressing out trying to put this on because it is really hard. Got one side on. Everything else works. The only thing I haven't put on this, Dave Phillips, I haven't put the springs on yet. You remember the springs around the exhaust? As I said to you, I'm going to not do pack 12. Okay, so pack 12 is actually just changing the back end of the car to how it looked for 2 races. So I'm going to do it as it looked for all the rest of them. And if Dave wants to change it when he gets it, he can. But I'm going to leave the springs to the very last thing because I think with all the turning it upside down and doing things like that, it's going to be a little bit hard to not lose them. And I don't want to lose them. So you fitted the belly, removed it so many times. Oh, I don't want to do that. It took an hour, Lord Peter Webster, just to do that right side. So tonight, hopefully, we're going to see what the left side. The DeLorean Wheels Workshop, to this day, is still the highest viewed playlist on the channel. Of all the builds, the DeLorean is still the highest viewed. Crazy, isn't it? Okay, so let me bring up the instructions because that would have been a big help. I did download them. I haven't put them on. Right, hang on a second. Right, I've got the instructions. Right, let me scroll down to where we got to get to. Right, so we're going to be putting the left side on. Okay. Oh, look, you can see this on the screen. Why is that? That's better. Let me put that over there. There you go. And then, oops. What's going on? Right, hang on. Nope, that's wrong. That's right. There we go. We're good. Technical problems. You forgot to put the covers on the bars and had to take apart them to put them on. Ah, you're talking about this. You're talking about this, yeah? Guess what? I forgot to put them on, Lord Peter, as well. But did you know that with one of these, which one of these things where you push and they open and they clamp them shut, you can actually get them on through the front. They only push over the lugs. So I managed to get it on, so I didn't have to take it apart. But does Wayne ever not stress? Today I was very stressed, Berg. That's why I passed out. But tonight, hopefully, well, do I ever not stress? I'm always stressed. I'm in a constant state of stress. Okay, let's do this. So I think the way to do this, I'm trying to think of this, is, let me think. Stand by. I have that there. I'm going to try and flick between cameras about what I'm doing. Stand by. I'm just going to move some cameras around here. Let's go with that one first. So first thing we need to do is put this side on here. Okay. Now, these pipes we do eventually tidy up, but when we put it on, we need to, as I said, make sure that these points here, hopefully you can just about see them, are underneath this red section here. So I'm going to slide that on. And that's gone on not too bad, actually. Also, before I put it on, you will notice that there's a little lip just there, which needs to go into the side of the car. So, get this on. Okay. Not easy. There we go. That's on. And that's on. That bit's not too bad. What I'm going to do now is put it on its side. Gently. Change the camera. That's a weird picture. Hopefully it might get lighter when I add something to it. And I'm going to be putting this bottom on. Now, we have a tab just here. Now, if you can see that, let me just check again. Hang on. Zoom out a bit more. Whoops. We have a tab. That's better. We have a tab just there, which is going to go into the slot just here. Now, that's how we're going to line it up. But at the same time, these metal rods that I've got here and here need to go through these holes. So, let's try it out. I'm going to stand up and see how we get on with this. Now, what I'm going to do, before I do any of that, is just put this little detail on. This actually just presses over the lugs that we've got here with the arrow facing forward. So, get this on. 1, 2, like that. And now that post is eventually going to fit through here. Not the easiest thing in the world. In fact, it's blooming hard. Right, hang on. Once I get one side in, not going to be too much of a problem, I don't think. Hang on. Oh, this is winding me up. See, you've got to put it at an angle. That's one side in. Being quiet. This was never going to be easy, you know that, don't you? Let's put that one in first, actually. I can't find the hole. There, that's the hole there. But it needs to go under this bit first. Oh dear, come on. There we go. Nope. There you go. All right. If I can get that down. Right, one side's on. Doing the other side. This will definitely be easier without the wheels on, I have to say. It might be worth taking these wheels off, but as you can see, I've got that on now. Get that down all the way. Just checking that. It's looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Okay. Then lie it back down like this. And now I've got to put these pegs over this unit, which isn't easy. One in here. Oh my god. Stand by. You can see why it took so long last time. Whoops. One of the exhausts are falling out. Not a problem. Get this in there like that. 1, 2, and 3. That is all in. Just checking. I've got this pin in the right one here. Don't think I have. Hang on a second. I need my torch. See what's going on here. No, that's not it. I wish you could see this, but it's not the easiest thing. Gotcha. Perfect. So, just looking around at this. Almost in. Just got this little bit here to do. Perfect. Right, it's all flush. Right, I've got to put a J screw through a hole, which you're not going to be able to see. Which I'm just looking is down here. So I've got the J screw just here. You can't see me sticking my tongue out last. It was like this, seriously. Always putting my tongue out. Todd didn't realise that until I was doing this airbrushing class, and probably for the whole thing. I'm like, can't help myself. Okay, I know you can't see this, but I'm going to just get this screw in here. Perfect. And that is that side in just there. Now, what I've got to do is just turn it on its side. And where we had these bars that we put through here and here, I need to put these flange screws in. Oh, you can't see that. Stand by. Probably best on this camera, actually. This is where the bars are coming out, here and here. I need to put these flange screws in to keep that in place. So I'm going to use my bigger screwdriver for this. No, it wasn't Will's workshop because there's other things in the way. You can't. I tried that. You can't just slide it on because it has to fit over parts. It's really weird. It's a really hard way of doing it. But there you go. Let's just get this one in first. I need to line up this section here. I don't think my screw's big enough for this, but we'll see. I'm holding the other side of that bar. Whoa. Now I might have to put these metal things in later. I think I'll do that last because I don't want to break anything because I get this in. You sort of have to push down on it and line up. Where's my tweezers? And line up the post inside. But they definitely need a bigger flange screw than what we've got there. We'll try again. Stand by. I am going to use a longer flange screw that I've got for that, I think, just to pull that together. Let's check this one as well. Now, very hard to get that in. There's no way to... the way you'd do it is you'd loosen the screws on this side just so you can get a bit more push into it to get it on this side. So, let's do that. Let's do it now. Why not? Turn it this way. So, what I'm going to do is if you loosen the screws on this side... not all the way out, just enough to be able to let me get this through the other side. I don't want these things turning, you see. Then I should be able to push it through like that. And that has now lifted it up on this side, so I can get one of these screws in on this side. Whoops, need to push it again. Whoops. And as you can see, yes, that worked. Get that all the way on. Perfect. And there we go. That's held that in on both sides. I think that might have lifted this one up slightly as well. No, I might have to use a different technique on that one. But anyway, we've got one in. The only other thing I need to do is reattach this, which has fallen out. So again, stand by. Should be an easy thing to reattach. These weren't ever glued in, you see, so... my tongue is out, Todd. I think I might actually put a little bit of glue in that. 1 second. Don't want them falling out, you see, so I know you can't see this. But it'd be best if I know these aren't going to come out again. Bit more. Okay. Get that back in. Make sure it's on the side there. Excellent. You've got to be very careful what you're actually using to apply pressure with. There you go. Because you don't want... that's it. You don't want those exhausts falling out, or you don't want to be pushing down on anything there. But... there you go, that's that stage complete. Not an easy thing to do. Not easy by a long way. You had to do the same with my screws to get them to start the rods. Yeah, just loosen them at one side. It enables you to get that extra length. And then you can tighten them both up at each side then. And it tends to pull both of these sides in then. So that's that stage. So the last stage we've got to do on this one, which is... I can't believe we've done that. That's crazy. That took me an hour earlier on. And this time it's only taken... What's the time now? God, 10 minutes perhaps? That's brilliant. Okay. So if we go to that monitor, we're just going to be putting the first bit of decals, which is going to hide the screw holes on here. So really, I do need to make sure I've got both of those screws in. So, okay. 1 second. What side are we doing first? That might help. Let me just have a look. Looks like we're going to be doing the... I'm just trying to... It looks like we're doing the side that I need to get fixed. Ah, okay. I've got to do this, that means. I've got to sort this out to get that last screw in. The trouble is that this screw is just rotating the bar inside rather than coming out. There's no way for me to get to it. So I might just use a different... Whoa! Oh, that was lucky. Might just use a different screw so I can get to that. Because it's just turning and turning and turning, you see. Don't know. Let me try again. You can't actually get it any tighter. I really do need a longer screw. I haven't got one at the moment. I really push it tight. Might be able to get that in. I think I've got it. I've got it. Yes. Perseverance. Oh, something went right. Something went right. I can't believe that. I'm going to leave that up like that because we are going to put this side on now. I have got a wet beard. I did have my tongue out. Sorry about that. The underside was the worst. Are you talking about... What are we talking about? Am I looking forward to the GP? Funny enough, I am looking forward to it, but I'm actually there on Friday. I'm at Silverstone for the practice sessions on Friday. Forgot to mention that. And it's going to be a really hot day. So yes, I'm off to Silverstone on Friday. That's what I mean. I've got so much planned. I'm at Silverstone on Friday, the Space Centre on Saturday, watching a mystery movie on Saturday night. So I think Sunday's the only day that we're not doing anything. And Sunday, I did want to, I don't know if Wayne Brickles is watching. I did want to do a quick trip to that rim. What are we talking about? I did want to do a quick trip to Baytree so I can drop off Wayne Brickles' orrery that I've got here. So who knows? But what's Paul going on about? If you really take time with it, Robert, it's not that bad. 3 days just to get the window rims in. The window rims. What are we talking about? You're talking about the Enterprise. I'm so confused. Wayne, have you tightened up the other side? I have, Peter. They're all tight. And I've got no gap. That's how I know it's right, because there's no gap on either side of this bottom section. I'll try and show you that. Oh, you can meet me. Okay, look, what I'll do is I'll email you, okay? And then we'll get together so I can give you that, okay? Excellent. That's a trip out. But I haven't told Mrs. Wilder Wayne that, so I don't know if she's coming with me. We'll have to see. The refit, that makes sense. Okay, so let me just show you this. oh God, I don't know how to hold this now, you see. If you look underneath, there's no gaps now, you see. They're perfectly flush on each side. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now what I'm going to do is I want to keep it this way round so you can see that, because we are going to put this bit in here now. Now, I don't know if this looks to be just a push-in. I can't see us putting screws in this. Oh, actually, we've got a black side here. Perhaps I better read the instructions, hey? And we should have some type P screws, it says. I haven't got any P screws in here at all. Yes, I have. There they are. P screws. Okay, how do we do this? No, it's just when you mention the Enterprise D, I don't think of the word rims. You'll be knackered on Sunday. You will. You can sleep in the car if we off the Bay Tree, Mrs. Well, you don't have to come with me. If you want to keep me, I'll buy you some nice. I'll take you to the cafe and buy you a nice light dinner. Ed, if you want to go on Sunday, I'll let you know, Ed. I'll email you too, Ed. All right. And we can have a meet up. But yeah, Sunday I think is going to be the day because that orrery, Wayne, is actually just sitting on my table at the moment, and I know Mrs. Welder Wayne wants it gone. So, but I'm just figuring out how this is going to go. So they gave me loads of letters. Let me just show you what I'm looking at. They gave me loads of letters on the screen. I don't quite know what they relate to. A, B, and C, I think, are what I actually attach this to. So this is going to be going... Oh, God, let me figure this out. I'm just looking at the instructions. Stand by. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. They've got it going around this way, but that can't go around that way. So we are doing the other side here, aren't we? Okay, let me turn this around. There. Okay, try that again. So these are going... No. These are going on this way, aren't they? Nope. So I did have the right way round. Hang on a second. I get so confused. It's definitely this way. Right. It has to be that way round. Why have they got it like... Oh, I see. They've got it like that. Right. That was slightly different to how I expected it then. And then this is going to go over the top and leave a lip at the bottom, I'm guessing. Let me look at the picture. Yes, that's exactly as it is. So I need these type A screws. No, sorry, type P screws into these holes. Listen to this. Look, you've got to see this. Screw black bit to car and push fit panels. Yeah, I figured that's what we're going to do. You've got to check this out, though. Look at the instructions here. Look, insert and tighten a type P screw in the first hole A in the front. They're just using far too many letters. I just get confused by it all. Right, okay, let's do these. So, one in here. Whoops. I'm using my heavy-duty screwdriver here. So, one in there. And the second one just in here. So, it's only 2 screws we're putting in. Perfect. God, this looks good. And then we've got this, which has been very well protected, which is going to be pushed in to the holes that we've got here, 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 and here. Just like that. And that is the side on. And guess what? Let me just tidy up a second. That is, whoops. That's all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. But, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Wayne, it's only 8:35. What are you going to do now? What am I going to do now? Okay, let me just tidy everything up here. That looks really good. I'm going to try and give an example of how that looks. Look at that. I bet you're smiling, Dave Phillips. Ready? Put that down gently there. Because we've got pack 11. Yes, we've got pack 11. So, this is what pack 11 looks like. It's a big pack. But this is what I want to look at first before we do anything. So let's put that down there. And I will download the instructions and we'll make a start on that. But pack 11, a lot of pack 11 is to do with the wheels. We're having the slicks. But this, hey, look at that. You enjoy pack 11? This looks great. Enjoy Barbie. I'm not watching Barbie. Screw black big to cart and push that. Yeah, I've done that. Right, cool. So, I'll take this out of here. We have got some decals in here as well. But that is what the top is looking like. I'm not going to put it on yet. Not until they tell me to. But I did want you to see that. So you can see it. Look, we've got some screws there as well. So I'm going to keep this out for a minute. That can go over here. Let's get these decals out. I don't know what pack this relates to, and I've got some red screws in here. I've got quite a few screws in here, actually. Everything that was in this pack, I want to keep over here. Because that's pretty much the whole build once we've got that on, isn't it? But it's not that easy, because there is lots and lots of fiddly little things to put on first. So, let me... you have to chat amongst yourselves, because I never thought I'd get through it. So I just need to download the instructions for pack 11. That actually turned up today, David. So pretty cool, isn't it? What year is this car? Well, it's Gilles Villeneuve, so I'm not sure. Gilles Villeneuve F1 312 T4. We're looking at 79, 81. There you go. Between 79 and 81. God, you got to love the internet. I was blown away when I got the body open. Yeah, no, I bet. It's just a shame that all of that detail that we've got on that car there, we're about to hide. So, there you go. Right, I've got the instructions here. I just want to see what we're doing next. We're going to be doing the right belly skirt and bulkhead. So that's stage 93, exactly like we've just done. So let me dig that one out. Stand by. So let's put the other side on. Skip the camera back. Wow, what's happened to that? Did I move something? That's interesting. Why is it dark? It seems a bit darker than it normally is. I don't know why. Bit strange. Okay, so once again, let's open this up. We know exactly what we're doing now. Get me P screws out. Okay, and get all of these out. You expect your pack 11 tomorrow? Yeah, it turned up today and I thought, oh, I don't think we're going to get a chance to get started on that, but how wrong was I? Okay, so, exactly the same way. Let's do it upside down this time so you can see it. If I have that there, and we'll go back to that camera, I think. It seems to be a lighter camera. So, this one is going to go, whoops, let's get it the right way around. This way around. 1, 2, and 3. Get me P screws, which I've just left down here. And get these in. One. And 2. And then we're just going to be pushing in this side piece here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There you go. That was a nice quick stage, wasn't it? That's that side on as well there. Looks really good. Okay, I'll leave that like that. Ooh, where are you going now? Wow, look at that. That's amazing. Love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, just going to check the instructions again. The left bodywork inside covering is what we're doing next. Just show you that on the screen here. So that's going, oh, what is that? That's going inside the cockpit area. Is that right? Just looking, we've got this sort of like white bit inside the cockpit, which is going to hide the internal wires that we've got there by the look of it. These still go down the outside, as you can see there. They want me to remove the black line from the dashboard. Oh my God, I've got to get round to that. Okay. Let's have a look. After laying out the line, starting from the gearbox, fix the tape, a silver tape. So they want me to start doing some wire tidy on this silver piping that we've got. Make it really flush to that, and then plug it back in, cutting off, I guess, the excess that we've got. Wow, look at this. Cut a strip of two-sided 2mm tape wide. Place the two-sided tape in the recess around the third air template. So they want me to put tape in here so I can actually attach this to that inside. Wow. Okay, so it's a lot of wire tidy going on here. Let's have a look at that pack. One of these ones, I don't know which one. As I said, on these builds, they don't show you, as you can see here. It's a shame you have to give it back. Yeah, not that one. Trying to match up the picture because they don't tell you what picture it is. So I'm guessing this is what I've got here. So this is stage 94. Let me just check the other one. Yeah, the other one doesn't look like that. So this is stage 94. Let's see exactly what we're doing here. I've got absolutely no idea. Put that again over here. Move this stuff out of the way. Certainly coming together. Now, before I do any of the wire tidy, I think it's probably best to see how this fits in. I haven't got a clue. Because, again, I don't think those instructions are very clear what we're actually doing. So, let's change the camera to this one. Bring this over. Ugh. Right. So, what they're saying is that this is eventually going to go on this side of the driver's seat. Not quite sure how. Stand by. They're saying it's kind of going to go in here. No, that don't look right. Doesn't make sense. Oh, right, hang on. I've got to read the instructions again. Place the model on your work surface. Note the seat belts which are slightly raised against the surface of the seat. Yes. Take a strip of two-sided tape and apply it to the work surface and cut 2 strips. Remove the protective film with the tweezers. Lift one of the seat belts and place the two-sided tape on the bottom side just underneath the buckle. So they want me to put double-sided sticky tape on the seat belt so it's actually locked in position. I can do that later. That's not a big deal. Now take the sieve. So I want to know what this bit. I want to know. Oh, there you go. I want to know what this bit's for. Because we haven't put this in the car. Oh, so this has got nothing to do with that. Hang on, I'm confused. I'm looking ahead in the instructions. It's all wire tidy. The next 2 stages are wire tidy. Then you got wing mirrors. This is all to do with the cockpit screen. This is when we're actually, we use the, God, they've gave us parts that we don't actually use yet. This is for this main bodywork here. Both of these are. Oh, damn it. Okay. Well, look, I'm going to do the wire tidy afterwards. I think I'm just trying to find what we can actually work on now, because wire tidy is boring to watch. I think we'll do the wing mirror next. Because, yeah, the wire tidy is going to be terrible. So let's get the right wing mirror. Let's do that. I hate it when they give us parts which you're not using till later on. Let me just show you what's left. We do have these tyres to do those tyres there. We've got another one. Another one there. But we've got these wing mirrors. Oh, and we've got the windshield as well. That's going to be going on the main body. Here are the wing mirrors. Whoops, let me change camera. So let's do these. They're going to be pretty similar both sides. Is there an R and an L on it? Yeah, there is. But these are for holding in. This is basically the trim for that bodywork. That's all this is. And this trim for the bodywork. And all those decals you saw, trim for the bodywork. But I mean, wire tidy, I can spend hours doing that. So I will do that afterwards. But I've got the instructions here. Let's do the right wing mirror. I think we've got everything. Actually, we're doing the left wing mirror. There's a big L on it, so I'm guessing it's the left one. Stand by. It's going to be exactly the same. So what we're doing is taking out... Let me change to the close-up camera here. the wing mirror here, and there is some film on one side, which we just need to peel off. So we've got a lovely mirror in there. And we're going to be putting that into this section here. Now on the other side of this, I'm just going to gently pick up. There is an adhesive back that I need to take off. Like that. And then place that in here. I don't know if you can hear that noise. I've got no idea what that noise is. Sounds like the neighbours are doing something weird. And as you can see, I put that in with a cotton bud, so I'm not getting fingerprints on it. That's perfect. Okay, once that's in, I've got the base to put on. And this just has got a little lug to put in here. So getting that in this way. Nope, other way. This way. Push it down. Oops. And that will hold everything in there like that. That's one complete unit. That's the left mirror. And we're going to do exactly the same to the right mirror. So let's get this one out. You know what, David Phillips? I think I will put the top over. Oh, Mia's playing in the garden, bless her. You're leaving slicks on the car. Yeah, I think it looks better with slicks. But again, David, that's up to you to do. They're only held in with one screw. So I'll make the wheels up if you want to change them. They're easy enough to change. So let's do this one. This is the right mirror. Again, peel off. Come on. There we go. Oops. Get the adhesive backing off. Wish I hadn't trimmed my nails now. There you go. Oh, come on. I normally do this with tweezers, actually. Let me, I've got it off now, though, so. Oh, this is annoying me. I don't know where I put my tweezers. Let's use another set. What the hell? Oh, these are stupid ones. Hang on. Not the ones I want. Where's my goddamn tweezers? There they are. Right, okay. There you go. That's that off. Put that in. And use my cotton bud just to put that down. And then once again, attach the bottom into that point there and push it into place. And that's the other mirror done there. So all of these are for the bodywork. I'll put them on later. Obviously we've got to tidy these wires up still. So what I am going to do is I'm going to see what that bodywork looks like on the car. Because I can't help myself. Hang on a second. I can't help myself. I need to know what it's going to look like. So, just tidying everything up. I'm going to keep this over this side. And then bring the car over. Okay, you ready for this? Remember, there's a lot of trim still to put on this, but we've got to do it, haven't we? It's got to be done. Okay. So, when this is on the car, now it is made to take off, I guess. It's going to go on kind of like, that's got to go there. Kind of like that. Oh, wow. I haven't got that on properly. I have now. And then you're going to, I take it this screws down. But as you can see, look at that. I've still got to get these back ends sorted out. Don't quite know how they fit on. We'll figure that out. But pretty cool. I did think that this was actually something that I could just take on and off. I don't think it is, because these have got points at the bottom here. As you can see on both of these, which are going to screw together. So once I've got this on, I am going to be screwing this down to that top plate there. The reason it's not going all the way at the moment is because obviously these wires are getting in the way here. I need to make sure that these are in the right place. What do you think of that? Let's just get that one side in there. So on my side here, it's flush. Pretty good looking car, isn't it? I'm looking forward to doing that. But what we'll do is we'll finish that off. I'm going to do the wire tidy away from camera because that's going to take forever. All that we'll have left to do then is just put the cover on the windshield and the trim. Now, some of those trim panels you saw just on these bits here with those grills that you just saw, do that all later. But yeah, very impressive car, I have to say. I actually saw this at the Goodwood Festival of Speed last year, and I can't remember it looking this good. I am wondering if it's the version that I saw was a prototype, because this metal really does kick it off. Looks really good. So, but there you go. That was, I think, the hardest stage of the build done that we just did, putting those bottom bits on. But there you go. Oh, I need a drink. Excuse me. Let me just show you that one more time. The obviously I need to attach the wing mirrors, which I'm guessing by the look of it, oops, they're going in here like this. So one will be in there and one will be in just the other side here. So I've still got to get all of those on. Kind of like that. I think I've got them on the right way. Am I? Don't know. Don't know now. Let me check this side. Yeah, I think I had them on right first time. It just needs a little bit of coaxing to get these in here. Kind of like that. I think they are glued in. Or it's a clip-in thing, but this one's full of paint. I'll do that later, but there you go. That's what the wing mirrors look like. I'm still sorry, I'm playing now. I'm playing. I can't help myself because there's not much to do. These get fitted down. These are these tabs here, which are just going to go onto the grills there. And then those white things that you saw earlier on, they're going to go underneath the vehicle by the look of it. Yeah, they go underneath the vehicle because they help to put in this windshield, which is going to be going into here just like that. So, yeah, very good. Got a big smile on my face. What we'll do is once this is done, though, Dave, because there is another pack to come. The other pack, as I said, though, is just to change the back end. Is I'll arrange when we're going to travel to Hemel Hempstead way, and I'll drop this off for you. To be honest with you, it's probably good to do it on the way when I'm coming to see, because I'm down your way at the end of July, and then I'm going to be visiting Paul and Alan up in Castle Douglas. I'm sort of doing the whole west coast of the country, which should be good, but we'll have to see. Anyway, I hope you've liked that stream tonight. That has been quite a fun stream. Tomorrow we're going to be doing the usual Chat Thursday. Tomorrow's video is going to be out later because there is quite a bit to do in the LaFerrari Pack 2. But as I said, I have already done the video for the... let me give you the link for it. I have already done the video for that 3D printer. Now, this isn't out until Friday. But if you would like to see it now, the link is now in chat. And you can see it there. And then after the stream, Ed, Hughes and Wayne, I will email you separately and I'll let you know what's happening on Sunday. Because, yeah, I think we're definitely going to go Bay Tree on Sunday. Okay. Hope you enjoyed that other video, though. Take care of yourselves and I will see you.